The Capital One Venture X was named the best travel card of 2022, 2023, 2024, and could it be in 2025? Hey guys, my name is Steve, and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more, invest better, and to travel more. And I have traveled a lot. I have gathered hundreds of thousands of points, miles, and have flown on free flights and have gotten some free hotel rooms. And today we are going to break down one of my favorite travel credit cards, and that is the Capital One Venture X. This travel credit card came out in 2022 and kind of rocked the travel credit card world. We had cards like the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the American Express Platinum. They had some high fees, but the Capital One Venture X came in with a lower fee, a better redemption rate, and a higher sign-up bonus. So today we're going to break down this card in the sign-up bonus, how to earn points, travel benefits, the Capital One Dual, and in my verdict, is this the best travel credit card in 2025? Well, let's see. Let's start off with the sign-up bonus. Right now, the sign-up bonus is 75,000 miles. And I know what you're thinking. I may say points or miles, but Capital One, they call it miles. It's the same thing, so I'm going to use it interchangeably. So we have 75,000 miles after you spend $4,000 in 3 months. So if you have the ability and you know you're going to spend that money anyway, and you want to do some traveling, well, this is your chance. And the great thing about this is these 75,000 points can be transferred not only as cash, which can be a little bit less, or used as travel, which can be about a cent per point. So that's about $750. But it can also be transferred to some airline and hotel partners, making it worth a lot more. So you have either $750 or potential of $1,000 or more. And we'll talk about that in the travel benefits. Now, we may be looking at other sign-up bonuses. The Chase Sapphire Reserve usually has a $60,000 bonus. The Amex Platinum has close to about $100,000, maybe a little bit more. But you have kind of that middle tier, which is that $75,000. So if you're looking like for a great entry-level travel credit card that's got a great sign-up bonus, the Capital One Venture X makes that move for you. Now onto the earning points section. There are a couple ways you can earn points with the Capital One Venture X. The first way is you can get 10 times points or miles through the Capital One travel portal. That is when you book hotels or rental cars. That is, so if you're looking to book hotels or rental cars and you want to get a little bit max amount of points, you can use the Capital One travel portal. I know what you're thinking, that sometimes these travel portals have a little bit higher price, and that can be true. Capital One uses Hopper to kind of get those better prices. Personally, I think it's better than Chase and Amex, but that's my personal opinion. Now, if you want a lower price, you can also, if you see the price on another site, you can also call up Capital One Travel and get that price match guaranteed. Now, if you book flights, this is going to be 5%. So 5 times points booking flights through the Capital One portal. So you got 10 times for rental cars, hotels, 5 times for flights. And on everything else, you're going to get 2 times points. So this has become the perfect catch-all credit card. You may see this with a lot of cashback cards, which you can get 2 or 1.5% on everything. This is giving you 2% back on everything. And that's a great catch-all credit card. Right now, I give it to my wife. She needs to buy gas, 2%. We need to buy maybe something for the house, 2%. Wash the car, 2%. And this is just great because you don't need to get that 1% or less. You're not getting 2%. Now you may be thinking, why not give you more percent on travel benefits like dining or groceries? Well, if you stick around to the very end, I've got a perfect match with this credit card to give you that 3% and to add on to your points and miles. Now let's get on to those travel benefits because that's why we're here. We want to learn what type of travel benefits and what value does this card give us. Now, one of my favorite travel benefits is the airline partners because it's got some airline transfer partners. We can transfer these points from Capital One all the way to maybe, let's say, Air Canada or Singapore Air or Flying Blue or Turkish Airlines. Those are several of the airline partners we can use in this portal, and they can give you some great value. If you look at a trip on Singapore Air flying from New York City to Singapore, the cost of that flight is going to be around $6,000. But if you use Air Canada's points and you transfer to Air Canada, it's going to cost you 87,500 points plus about around a little bit less than $200 Canadian dollars. Now, if you think about that, $200 on a business class flight from JFK all the way to Singapore, that's huge. Now, for me, since I live a little bit down under in Melbourne, Australia, I can fly to Singapore just using 45,000 points in business class. That's massive. That's a 7-hour flight in business class of 45,000 points. That is music to my ears. And I can take my family to Singapore, or maybe I want to fly into New York City, just fly up, fly across, and boom, I'm living that great life and getting some free flights. Why not you do that too? Those are one of my favorite travel benefits of this card. My second favorite travel benefit of this card is airport lounges. You know what I'm thinking? When I go to the airport, I'm like, the food costs so much money. I gotta wait in these terrible seats. There's no outlets for me to plug in. There's terrible Wi-Fi. I'm on my phone. Why? The airport sucks. But with airport lounges, you don't have to think like that anymore. This comes with a priority pass. That means not only you, but it also gives you unlimited guests. Now, personally, I think it's going to give you maybe 1 or 2 guests. It depends on the lounge and it depends on the airport. Like in Madrid only allows 1 guest in their priority pass lounges. That happened to me. I tried to get my sister-in-law and that just didn't work. So we had to switch my wife and my sister-in-law every time we traveled through Madrid. Now, if you're thinking about like I am, airport lounges, free food, good Wi-Fi, lots of outlets for your phone, and it's kind of peaceful, unlike the chaos you may see in front of gates. This is why I like it. It's also got premium plaza lounges. So let's say you don't have a priority pass lounge open, maybe you go to a premium plaza lounge. There are many of those around the country. There's some in Canada, Hong Kong, Taiwan. There are some quite a few places. So I like those lounges as well. And then Capital One's got their own lounges. They have one in Denver, Dallas, Dulles, which is in Washington, D.C., and the other D.C. airport. They are building ones in JFK, LaGuardia, and in Las Vegas. So look out for those. They have great food, great drinks, and they also have kind of a pickup option. So let's say you only have 20 minutes before your next flight. You walk in, you pick up some food, and you're out. And that is great about those Capital One lounges. And it's just a good way to kind of take advantage of those travel benefits. Another great travel benefit is you're going to get a $300 travel credit through the Capital One travel portal. That means if you're going to travel and you're going to spend some money, they're going to give you $300 just by booking through their portal. So we have a fee, and part of it is going to go straight to travel. So if you travel at least once a year, this card is worth it. It's going to give you at least $300. So you might as well use it. And that could be through flights, rental cars, and hotel rooms. So think about that the next time you travel. The other thing is you're going to get a $100 anniversary bonus. So at every anniversary, you're going to get an extra 10,000 points, which is worth about $100. Now, if you use it to transfer partners, it can be worth more. So that is another great news. So that's at least $400 in benefits from those 2 credits, plus the lounges. That's saving you money. That is a win-win. Now, if you like rental cars, another benefit is the Hertz President's Circle. That means you can sign up with Hertz, get that President's Circle, and when you go and rent your car, you have a President's Circle where you can choose which car you want to drive. That's great news. Now, there are different videos on how to do all that, and you can search for those. Maybe I'll make a video about that too. Another great benefit is the Global Reentry Credit. They're going to give you $120. That means if you want to come in and out of the country instead of going through those immigration lines, which can be crazy, you can get the Global Reentry Pass. You can do sign up for it when you come into the country in some of the airports, like maybe Seattle, San Francisco, LAX, JFK, and you have time to do an interview, do a quick interview, get that card. And then the next time you go in and out of the country, you can just scan it and you're in and out like butter. And another thing is you can have some primary auto rental insurance. So if you're renting a car and you need some insurance, boom, this card has it. So don't worry. You don't need to sign off on those other insurances that the rental car companies try to sell you. The card already comes with it. And there are some various other insurances coming with it too. And this is just great and full of tons of value for your travel benefits. Now, one of the things that are coming with this card is an annual fee. We haven't brought that up yet. The annual fee is $395. And I know what you're thinking. That's a lot of money. And I agree with you. But if you look at some of the best travel credit cards out there, you have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is a $95 card. You have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which has similar benefits as the Capital One Venture X, but it's $550. Ho ho ho! And then you have the Amex Platinum that has $695 fee. So right here with that $395 fee, you're getting $300 travel credit. So now that $395 fee is now $95. And if you keep it for 1 year, you get an extra $100. So $300, $100, $400. They're paying you $5 to keep this card as long as you travel once a year or twice a year. That's an amazing deal. That's amazing value. I mean, it's just hard to not want to have it. And here's a huge bonus that you may have not known of. This card right here gives you 4 authorized users. So let's say I want to give one to my daughter, free. 4 free authorized users, free. Give one to my wife, free. One to my dad, free. One to my mom, free. And now they all can also get the priority pass, the lounge access. And that's the amazing deal about this card. It costs so little, and I can give it out to all my friends and family. Well, at least 4 free authorized users, and they can now go and use it. I mean, my wife uses hers all the time, and she can come to a lounge if she's traveling by herself because she has the Capital One Venture X. So much value, and it's just allowing us to use it for $395. $300 travel credit, $100 for the anniversary bonus. Boom, boom. All right. Now, one thing I wanted to talk to you guys was the Capital One Dual. Now, the Capital One Dual is just a way for us to earn a little bit more points. So the Capital One Venture X gives us 2% on everything, but the Capital One Saver Card gives us cash back on 3% on dining, groceries, entertainment, and streaming services. So if you use any of those things, you can put it on that cashback card, get 3% back. And if you match it up with the Capital One Venture X, you can transfer those points over. Right now, they have a $250 bonus if you spend $500 in 3 months. I'll leave that link in the description. It's a great cashback card. It's got no foreign transaction fees, and it's just a great card to hold. You team those two up, and boom, you are making some of the max value, and it is beating some of those Chase and Amex trifectas. So I have it, and I use it, and I love it. All right. Now, my verdict. Is this the best travel credit card 2025? Now, let's break it down. It's got a low annual fee. It's got lots and lots of lounge access. They pay you to kind of keep it. Remember that $400? It's got 4 free authorized users. It's got great travel insurance, great transfer partners. To me, as a family man with a daughter and a wife that I can take to lounges, I can buy some free flights. To me, it is my favorite travel credit card. And to my verdict, I think it is going to be the best one of 2025. I hope that other companies look at this and create better value out of their cards. But, with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, it's $550, and they give you $300 travel credit, but a $250 annual fee with no extra bonus? That's kind of hitting me in the heart. But the $395, the $300 travel credit, the 10,000 points, which is $100, and they're paying me, it's a no-brainer to me. To me, this is going to be the best travel credit card 2025, and I hope you jump on it now and get the most value out of it. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you like this content, make sure to hit that likes and subscribe, and I'm going to continue to create more content to help you save more, invest better, and to travel more. Until next time.